welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a good day. I know it's been a while since I've been on here and posted a video, but I was actually on vacation and I'm back now with a really cute Hello Kitty Chucky Halloween set. I've been trying to get more into my hand painted nail art because I know you guys have been saying you wanted to see more hand painted nail art, so I really love the way these came out. I was kind of nervous about how they were gonna come out, but they came out super bomb, just how I wanted them to. So I'm happy about that, and I can't wait to show you guys how I created this set. I did the little phrase friends till the end, like how Chucky says in the movie. But yeah, I have a bunch of new products here. Since I was on vacation, I haven't really been able to get to them. So I have 5 new glitter gels from Ursugar. This is them right here. They are 7 milliliter bottles. And I also have some products from Born Pretty. I have this non-stick hand extension nail gel. It's like a nude pink. This stuff was kind of like Polygel. That's what it looked like on their website, but when I actually went to go use it, I was having a little bit of trouble with it. We'll get into that later on. Maybe you guys can comment below and help me out, but it wasn't really working out for me. I also got some metal painting gel. It's like a silver gel paint for your nails. I've been seeing a lot of sets using this type of gel, and I definitely wanted it because it's a good gel to have for different designs. And I also received 3 jelly gels from Born Pretty, which I'm going to start by swatching those first. So this is a royal blue jelly gel, and then we have a teal and a hot pink. They don't look as jelly because I'm swatching them against white, but as you can see, they are pretty pigmented. So if you were doing them over a clear base, they would be really pigmented. So now we're going to get into the Ursugar glitter gels. This first one is like a white glitter gel. It has a green shift to it with a little bit of gold. It's really pretty. Then the purple one is a purple glitter gel with like a gold glittery shift to it. And then we just have a plain white pearly glitter gel. And the next one is kind of similar to the other two, except it has more of like a blue shift. And the pink one has a gold shift to it like the purple one. But I went ahead and cured those for 60 seconds and applied a top coat. And as you can see, they're really pigmented. I actually have the pink one and the pearly white one from Ursugar on my nails in this video. I did like an ombre and did all pink and gold bling on my nails, and my nails were so fire for vacation. They literally went with everything that I wore. This was a really pretty set. I was thinking to myself that I probably should have recorded it, but I didn't. But anyways, if you guys are interested in these polishes, they will be linked in the description box as always. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into this tutorial. As you can see, I've already applied my nail tips off camera and shaped them up. I'm using the 2XL square nail tips. These are linked in my Amazon store. So I'm going in with 1 layer of Model 1's dehydrator and then 2 coats of Model 1's primer and then a layer of base gel, because the base on these nails is going to be Polygel. I'm going to be trying out that non-stick nail gel from Born Pretty, which, like I mentioned earlier, it didn't really work out for me, which you'll see in a minute. On their website, they describe it as polygel. Like, it looks just like polygel and it applies like polygel with a slip solution. But when I actually went to apply it to my nail, I was having a little bit of issues. I'm not really sure why. I'm not sure if it's only good with dual force and maybe not nail tips, but maybe you guys can let me know. But I'm going to cure this base gel for 60 seconds. And what you're going to want to do to get this extension gel out of the little jar, you just take a little scraper tool like the one on the other end of your polygel brush and kind of like place it onto your nail. But it's actually not really soft like polygel. I know some polygel is a little bit hard, but this was kind of like, I don't know, it felt more like plastic. So when I scraped it out of the jar and placed it on the nail, it was kind of just rolling off of the nail. It wasn't like really like sitting there. And then I went to pat it in with some isopropyl alcohol and it really wasn't moving. It was like really plasticky, and I was like, you know what, I'm not even gonna bother with this. So I put it back in the little jar and I decided to use something else because I didn't have all day. I'm telling you. This was one of the things I was not trying to work with because I don't know, either I was doing it wrong or something, but it wasn't working out. It wasn't even like spreading over the nail. It wouldn't even push up or anything. So I decided to just use some of this Beetles Polygel in the color Apricot to build up my nails, which actually ended up being a better base for the nails because it looked more like a skin tone, since I'm going to be doing like the little stitches and stuff like that for Halloween. So it kind of worked out better. The pink wouldn't have really looked right, so I'm kind of happy I used this color instead. But yeah, if you guys have any tips for this type of gel from Born Pretty, comment below. Maybe it's only good for dual forms. I'm not really sure. I thought I would be able to use it with nail tips, but it didn't really work out like that. So I'm using the color Apricot from Beetles to build up my nails, like I said. So I'm only applying one layer of it onto my nails since I'm doing a lot of nail art. I don't want my nails to end up like super bulky or whatever. So I basically just squeezed out how much I need onto all of my nails. I start patting the polygel around the cuticle area. That little rounded end that comes out first, I kind of use that to build my apex. So I focus most of that rounded end by the nail bed area. And like I said, pat around the cuticle onto the nail bed, and then the rest of the polygel is side to side down the nail. And then I kind of just smooth out the nail as much as I can before I cure to make sure there's no bumps or anything. And I do make sure to clean around the cuticle area because this polygel is a little bit softer than most. So you want to clean around the cuticle area to make sure that you don't get any polygel on your cuticles. Now that the base is applied on all of the nails, I did cleanse them with some isopropyl alcohol to get that tacky layer from the gel off. And now I'm going to go ahead and quickly debulk the nails and shape them up and everything. I'm using my Melody Susie dust collector and new nail drill. Everything will be linked down below as always. I'm also using a medium grit ceramic drill bit. This came with the drill. So I'm just kind of going around the cuticle area and smoothing over the nails. Like I said, I didn't make these too thick because I'm going to be doing a lot of nail art on top of them, so I don't want bulky nails in the end. That tends to happen when you already have thick nails and then you add nail art on top of them. They'll be like super bulky, and I'm not really into that look. I like mine just like the right amount of thickness, so that's why I do it like this when I know I'm doing nail art. So yeah, I'm going around the cuticles, smoothing over the entire nail, filing along the sidewalls and underneath the nail to make sure that there's no product underneath the nail or nail tip. And then I do file right under the tip of the nail to give a slight little C curve. And next I'm going to take my hand file and just shape them up really quick. I'm using a 180 grit hand file. So I'm filing straight along the sides of my nail a couple times to kind of take the bulk off of the sides of the nail and neaten up the shape. So when I'm satisfied with like the overall width of the nail, then I just angle my file inward and file in towards the tip of the nail to taper in the tip to get that tapered square look. And then to file the free edge of the nail, I hold my file and file straight across the free edge to make sure it's nice and straight. Whatever you're doing, make sure you file straight whichever way you're holding your file, and don't file on one side for too long to avoid like making your shape uneven. And I do kind of file over the surface of the nail too if I feel like I want to shape them up a little bit more. And then always buff your nails when you're done. Okay, now that the nails are shaped up, I'm going to go ahead and start painting the French on these two nails. So I'm going to start by outlining my smile line with my detail brush. I'm using some white gel polish from Nail Reserve called White Reserve. So I kind of outline how I want my smile line. I drag the lines all the way up to the cuticle area because I like the way that looks now better. And then I kind of just fill in the tip and then go back in with my detail brush to neaten up the smile lines. I'm only doing one coat of white because I'm doing a lot of nail art over these, so it doesn't really matter if it's not as pigmented because you're not really going to see a lot of the white anyway. It's kind of just serving as a base. But this nail is going to be kind of like a t-shirt, and I'm going to do blood splatter and stitches on it, so it'll be like kind of like a ripped t-shirt, you know. So it doesn't really matter if the white is a little bit streaky and not fully pigmented, because like I said, there'll be so much stuff on top of it, it doesn't really matter. If I go in with another coat, it's just gonna bulk up the nails. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and start painting the stripes on this nail. I'm going to be making it look like Chucky's shirt, like how he had in the movie. So I'm going to be using a few different colors. I'm using this red from Madam Glam called Love Out Loud. I'm also using a royal blue shade called Ready.Set.Ski. Also a Malibu blue shade from Nail Reserve called Love Fling. Another light blue, like a baby blue, from Nail Reserve called Aquablue. And then a pink shade from Madam Glam called Royal Pink. It's like a baby pink color. So I'm basically going to be making stripes all the way down the nail. You want to leave a little like white space in between the stripes because that's how his shirt was. I was also using a green shade from Madam Glam, which I forgot to bring with me while I'm doing my voiceover, so I will have the name of it in the description box if you wanted to know. But yeah, I just want to make stripes going across, kind of like line them up on each side so it matches up and it looks like a striped shirt, you know.
Winnie. Winnie.
I'm gonna go ahead and mix some of that red gel polish from Madam Glam called Love Out Loud with some perfect black gel polish from Madam Glam to kind of make like a color of blood, like dried blood. This is a color I'm going to be using to do the little cuts with the stitches, but I wanted to make it look more like dried blood so it looked a little bit more realistic. So I'm just mixing those two colors together and it makes it look like a darker red. And then I'm going to paint the cuts going across the nail on this nail. This nail is kind of going to be like a ripped t-shirt but with cuts going through it, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to be painting the cuts across the nails first. I'm going to be doing two on the striped shirt nail as well.
Winnie.
Before I go in and paint the stitches over the little cuts, I'm going to take some of that pearly colored gel polish from Ursugar in the number 047 and just paint over all of the white areas that are exposed on this nail and the other one, just to give it like a little hint of shimmer in the background. It didn't really do too much, but it did something at the same time, I guess. I'm just making sure to wipe it off of the cuts so there's no glitter on them when I go to paint the stitches on. On the stripe nail, I'm just filling in between the little white spots with the glitter gel polish, and I actually did find the green color that I use. It was from McCart and it's called Peacock. It's a dark green. I thought I used one from Madam Glam, but I guess I was wrong. So that's the color for the dark green on this nail that I used. And now I'm going to go ahead and paint the stitches over all of the cuts with this metal painting gel from Born Pretty. I'm using my detail brush in the size 3, by the way, but you just want to make little lines going across the cuts, which makes them look like real stitches. This is like the perfect color gel for doing that. Next, I'm going to go ahead and start painting the phrase on this nail from the Chucky movie. So on my other hand, I wrote friends, and on this hand, I'm going to write till the end. I'm going to be using that red gel polish from Madam Glam called Love Out Loud. It was originally we're friends till the end, but I couldn't fit were on my other hand, so I just put friends till the end, so that was good enough. I'm doing it in all caps, so I'm going to be writing one word at a time and flash curing my nails so that I don't mess it up, because I always end up messing it up, and it was looking really good and I did not want that to happen. I was like, this set is going pretty good today, so I didn't want to mess it up. So I will be doing a lot of flash curing and stuff, but that's because, you know, it's gel, and if you hit your nail the wrong way, it's all over. So it's gonna say friends till the end. I'm gonna add the little exclamation point last. At first I wasn't gonna put it, and then I decided to at last minute.
Greeny.
Okay, now I'm going to be doing the blood splatter on all of the nails. I found an easier, less messy way to do this now. Before you used to have to kind of like flick it on your nail and it gets all over your hand, but if you take a very small nail brush and just brush some gel polish over it, you can dab it on your nail and it gives the same effect without getting gel polish or nail polish all over. If you get too much of the red in one area like I did on these words, I'm just gonna wipe it with a little bit of isopropyl alcohol before I cure. And I'm also doing it on the striped nail, but just up by the nail bed area, and I feel like this just took it to the next level. It made the little cuts with the stitches and everything look way more realistic, and it just gave it more of that Halloween vibe. It's like scary but cute, this set. After I cured the blood splatter, I went ahead and used some of this Gelixir rhinestone gel to go ahead and apply this little Halloween knife nail charm to my nails. And I'm just going to go ahead and cure that really quick off camera. And now I'm going to go ahead and start painting the Hello Kitty. I was nervous about this because normally I don't really do hand painted nail art, but it turned out pretty cute since I don't do nail art like that. So I'm using that same white reserve shade from Nail Reserve to kind of start painting the outline of the head and filling it in.
Greeny.
I'm going to go ahead and use some of that red that I mixed with the black to go ahead and paint the outline of the bow. So I'm using a dotting tool to paint the middle of the bow. If I mess up, I just use a little bit of isopropyl alcohol on my cleanup brush. But I paint the middle of it first, cure that, and then paint the two sides of the bow, because if you do it while it's still wet, it kind of like overlaps it and it doesn't look right. To paint the eyes, I'm going to use this Aquablue shade from Nail Reserve. You just want to make two little kind of like long ovals for the eyes. And then I'm going to paint the nose using this really light pink shade from Madam Glam called Queen of Glam. Basically doing the same thing but going across instead of like up and down to draw the nose. I'll be doing the outline later. To draw her t-shirt, I'm going to go ahead and use that same light pink Queen of Glam from Madam Glam and just draw like a rough draft of the t-shirt that I'm going to be drawing the stripes over later on.
Winnie.
Then I'm going to be taking that Malibu blue shade from Nail Reserve called Love Fling to draw how I want the overalls.
Winnie. Winnie.
For the buttons on the overalls, I'm going to use a dotting tool to paint them with that same shade of red that I used to draw the bow. To paint the hands and feet, I'm going to use that same white from Nail Reserve to paint little hands and feet. For the feet, I'm doing 1 foot regular, and then I'm making the other one look like it's cut off just to make it look more like Halloween-like.
Greeny.
To outline everything, I'm going to be using Madam Glam Perfect Black Gel Polish and my same detail brush. So this is where you can really go in and neaten up your work. If you didn't really do a good job, like, you know, drawing your rough draft, you can kind of use this black gel polish to kind of make everything look nice and neat. Like I said, I will be flash curing here and there so that everything looks good and I don't mess it up. I'm also using the black to add details. I'll be adding a pocket to the jeans later on, but this is where you can really go in and add the details with the black and bring everything to life. I will also be outlining the eyes and the nose, which was really hard because it's such a small area. So if you do mess up, you can always use a little bit of isopropyl alcohol. I didn't like how this pocket looked, so I decided to just cure my nail and do it over later, but just make sure you outline everything in black.
Greeny. Greeny.
I'm also going to go ahead and add the whiskers, which I almost forgot to do. I'm glad I remembered at last minute. But the best way I figured to do this was to make 2 straight lines in the middle of the cheek area, like parallel to each other, and then you can draw the other 2 like curving inward towards that line on each side so that it looks nice and even, just like how Hello Kitty looks. And I'm using the lighter red shade Love Out Loud from Madam Glam to draw some stripes on the nails, and then adding a little bit more stripes with this yellow mustard color from Nail Reserve called Welcome Home. Now I'm gonna add details to the face. So I'm making like little cuts on the face like how Chucky has. So I'm just taking that same brighter red shade from Madam Glam Love Out Loud and making little lines on the face and around the eye. This is what's really gonna make Hello Kitty look more like Chucky. So I'm gonna do that cure and then use the same metal painting gel to draw the stitches on top of those cuts.
Rainy.
I'm also going to go ahead and add blood splatter to this nail the same way I did for the other ones. I felt like adding the blood splatter just made everything flow together really nicely. And I'm also putting a little bit of blood splatter towards the bottom of her outfit. So it looked really, really cool in the end. I love the way it turned out.
Rainy.
To finish up, I'm going to add a little rhinestone heart to this nail and then top coat the nails with some Madam Glam Velvet Matte Top Coat. That's my favorite matte gel top coat. I feel like character nails look the best in matte, and also it made the blood look a lot more realistic on the nails. So I'm going to be using that to top coat all the nails. But yeah, I'm obsessed with the way these came out. I worked hard on these. I hope you guys like them. I would appreciate if you left me a like or a comment to let me know what you think of this set before you leave. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get notified when I upload a new video. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok so we can stay connected on there. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Love you guys.
Rainy.